Welcome to Mind, Body, and Soul Awakening, a show where we celebrate resilience and inspire transformation. Our guests share their stories of how they overcame a traumedy and turned it into a triumph. I am your host, Stars Tina. Get excited and let's have some fun. Hey, happy day to you and also you. Welcome to your 7 a.m. cup of motivation. I am Stars Tina, your host. And when you come into this space, I'm going to bring you motivation, inspiration, and it's a little flip. Are you ready for it? Transformation. Yesterday, as I was just thinking about life, things that I do, places that I'm going. It's all about transformation. I am your life and health coach, and transformation is the way I do all things because that's what life is about, right? We are constantly growing, my friends. And on this 7 a.m. cup of motivation here on Wednesdays, it's all about wellness, it's all about worship, and I'm feeling really good. I just left out of the BWC Breakfast with Champions room on Clubhouse. And if you're not there, I want to invite you there. And someone named Jeremy was speaking, and I love the way he spoke because he was talking a lot about faith and the Bible, and not a lot, but just a little bit. Good morning, Dr. Jeannie. And it just made me feel like, wow, you're not the only person, Tina. So here on this Wellness Wednesday, I want to just share with you what I'm doing this week. If you haven't heard of Lisa Nichols, it's like pump up the Lisa Nichols week. It's Lisa Nichols and Dr. Della Toro. Because as you know, each week we're picking a book. This Friday, I dive even deeper to the book. Renee, if you want to put the book information up there, if you want to join in my weekly book club, I made it up last week because I'm just so loving Audible. And some of you are probably saying, how in the world is she reading one book a week? I'm not actually physically reading it because if I was doing that, my friends, it would probably not happen because I'll like fall asleep. But the book is Shift into a Higher Gear. I actually finished it yesterday and I loved the way this man ended his book. He wrote the book, and when he finished it, he did a recap of the entire book, not like a long recap, but he like summed up each chapter. Beautiful, because I was taking notes the whole time. And then he invited you to his community, to his events. It was absolutely wonderful. Dr. Della Toro, this book is thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And my friends, Renee, listen to this. He said if you get a group of people together, like a book club or something like that, he would even come in and speak to the group. So I think I'm going to do that for my Breakfast with the Champions family for the month of April. Get everyone on board of this book because there's so many gems in there, people, so many gems. So this week is about that book. If I could share one thing about the book that I really liked, I spoke about the drive. Okay, here we go. You may have heard this before in your life, and there's a tree, and on the tree, there's three beautiful little birds, cute little birds, and one of the birds decides to fly away. I ask you, my friend, how many birds are left on the tree? Let's see. What do you think? What do you think? Some of you are probably saying two. Well, the answer is all three. They're all still there. You know why? Because one decided to fly away. He did not fly away. In life, we make many decisions. We have many thoughts. Well, I want to do this. Well, I want to do that. Well, instead of making those decisions, you have to follow through with the action. It is not easy. And I want to share a story with you, something that really inspired and motivated me yesterday. Because if you're anything like me, you're on that roller coaster of emotions in your life. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that's like that? So yesterday I come home from wherever I went, I don't know. And a couple weeks ago, I told my niece, I said, every day we're going for a walk. And then I told her 2 times a day. But yesterday I was just like so physically tired. I know that I need those 7 to 8 hours, those at least 7 hours. If I don't get 7 hours, I am just not the one. I'm just like my brain just doesn't function. Anyway, I walk in the house and she slides down the stairs. She's like got her legs down and she's like, okay, Auntie Tina, time for a walk. And I'm like, no, I'm just tired. I'm tired. And she's like, come on, let's go. I'm like, no. And I shut the door in her face. And then she comes in, she's like, now I have to let you know what I gave her permission to say, because when you hear what she said to me, you're going to think she's a rude little child. I know what's going to trigger me to move, right? So whenever we're out walking, last week or the week before, I was like, okay, Lisa, every day I want you to come and get me, force me to get up, force me to walk, say, you're going to get fat, Auntie Tina, you're going to get fat. What do you think she did? She came in the room and she's like, okay, you ready? I'm like, I'm tired. And she's like, do you want to get fat? Do you want to get fat, Auntie Tina? And I'm like, oh, Lisa, it's okay. I'm tired. She's like, but you don't want to be fat, right? I'm going to keep calling you fat. Do you want to get fat? And she kept saying over and over. And then she'd walk out and then she came back again. And she's like, are you ready? You ready? I'm like, no, I'm tired. And then she left for a little while longer. And then she came back and she's like, okay, just to Corey's house and back. That's like not too far. I'm like, okay. And I say that to say, as I'm out walking with her, and I'm so glad I did this, I was like, wow, children are amazing. And we need, at least I need to anyway, need to get back to that childlike mentality of never giving up. Does anyone here have children? They're relentless, right? They don't stop until they get what they want. And I'm saying to myself, well, Tina, if you say you want XYZ, why are you not getting it? Because you got a no? Because you got 2 no's? Because you got 3 no's? No. Like Relentless, that's the book we did last week. You have to be relentless with every single thing you need, with every single thing you want. And trust me, my friend, I understand. Some days it's very, very, very hard. And I don't like to use the word hard, but some days it's very hard. That's why it's very important. I think the one great thing for me, your vibe is your tribe, my friend, because your people will know you, your tribe will know you, and they keep me accountable. It's like, all right, Tina. So super important, Relentless. That was a book last week. Be Like a Child. Dr. Della Toro, get this book, shift into a higher gear, make a decision and follow through, take the action like the 3 little birds on the branch. Alrighty, so this week it's all about Lisa Nichols. I am in day 3. Yesterday was day 2. She's doing a 5-day course. It's absolutely free, my friends. It's free. Once you jump into it, I'm going to say the back. Once you jump into the YouTube, because it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, she's probably everywhere else, you're going to say, I want to jump in. You want to jump into the Zoom space. Now, I actually did this exact same training in August. And I actually met one of my publicists in this training. And that was the one of the great things I got out of it. So this time I started on Monday, and Pastor Jeff and I did it in August. And I hit him up. I actually hit everyone. I'm like, hey, here, Lisa's training. Now, if you didn't get an invite from me, you probably, I'm not saying you don't need it, but it's like, you probably don't need it. Like Dr. Jeannie, she doesn't need it. So I didn't send it to her. Some people don't need it. Some people are into public speaking. Anyway, I'm here, and Pastor Jeff says to me, well, Tina, are you going to upgrade to be a VIP? And I was like, no, I did it last time. There's no need for me to do it again. Family. 30 minutes into the live, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go to the VIP. The VIP is amazing. Lisa Nichols, oh my goodness, she is just goals. Look, she lives in LA now. I'm like, ay papi chula, because I'm always in LA. And each day she gives us exercises. And in life, you need someone to keep you accountable. You need to be constantly working. Motivating the Masses is the community that she has built. And she's teaching us all the things that she's done over her 20 some odd years in the business of public speaking. And the great thing I love is she says something. She's like, okay, family. Well, she doesn't say family. She says, this is what I did not do, but I should have done. So this is what you need to do. And I'm like, I love it. So I'm just curious, am I the only one who's ever struggled with wanting something, but being a little bit scared and like, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't? Am I the only one? I didn't think so. So surround yourself with people like that on this Wellness Wednesday, on this Worship Wednesday. If you're ready for a Lisa Nichols video, Renee, let me know. You can just throw it in there and pop me on the side, because we're just going to celebrate her today. I want everyone and their mother and their sister and their brother to share out this room. Go to my YouTube channel and subscribe so that you can subscribe to her, because she's just wonderful. She's going to motivate you. Here she goes.
To disrupt any form of what you know? Are you willing? Are you willing to reinvent yourself? Are you willing? Are you willing to become someone you've never seen before? Are you willing to run, leap, and soar, even at the possibility that you might fall? Are you willing? Are you willing to do something you've never done before, say something you've never said before, do the things you don't want to do, say the things you don't want to say, so that you can be the man, the woman you've always known yourself to be? Are you willing? See, I didn't come here to give you a lot of answers. I came here to disrupt your soul with a lot of right questions. Because I wasn't supposed to be here. I was that kid that was always struggling with self-esteem. Am I good enough? Am I smart enough? No one looks like me, makes it anywhere. I'm chocolate, mocha skin, full lips, round hips, and kinky hair. You just don't see me on TV. You don't see me glorified. You don't see me representing beauty. You don't see me. So the world didn't give me permission to be here, but I didn't ask for it either. So some of you are still asking for permission. And sometimes you have to stop asking for permission, and it's just time to give the world notice. So I just showed up to invite you to give the world notice that you're coming. Give the world notice that you've been here. Give the world notice that you've played polite long enough. Now it's time to play full out. Give the world notice that unapologetic just showed up. Give the world notice that non-negotiable just showed up. Give the world notice that if they can't handle your light, that you're tired, you're no longer going to dim your light. If they can't handle your light, put on some shades. Because when you become that bold, when you become that audacious, when you become that unapologetic, all of a sudden you become infectious. All of a sudden, just the mere glimmer of you, when I can catch a glimpse of you, when I can get in your hemisphere, in your atmosphere, in your zip code, something happens to me because I'm in proximity. And then you become absolutely aware of the true assignment on your life.
Woo, 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 woo. I was just waiting for something to hit me. And the one word in that hit me was proximity. And sometimes in life, you don't understand why you're in certain places. You don't think it's important to go to certain events, to be around certain people, but it's all about the proximity. One thing that I'm loving about her coaching in this 5-day workshop, you're in the proximity of people that want to do similar things like you. And there was a man yesterday who asked a question, and pretty much he's transitioning. He got graduated from his position, and she just revamped the way he shared it. Because you may say, "Well, I lost my job. I got fired from my job. I got laid off. Whatever." Let's turn it around. Let's turn how you say it. Graduated. So he graduated from his current position. He was starting fresh, and he was talking about like the people who I serve. And sometimes in life, you don't really know what you're doing or why you're doing it or how you're doing it. And he was saying that listening to this training made him realize, well, maybe his why is a little different. Maybe he wants to give back. So when you're in the proximity with different people, it makes it so important, which brings me to the amazing humans that I have met in the Clubhouse app, Breakfast with Champions. For the month of February, I took it off from all social platforms except for YouTube because I use that for business. But I was off of all social platforms, and it had me off of Clubhouse as well. And it's a lot of voices. It's a lot of noise, in the Clubhouse space. And you don't realize this when you're there. Because when you're there, you're like, hey, you're like, let's go. You're talking on mic and you're here and you're here. So for the month of February, I was gone. And the voices were not there. It was just like peace and quiet and calm. So I have my segment is Fridays at 7 a.m. So if you want to join, I want to invite you, Mary Lynn. She's running it down, but Glenn Lundy is the one who actually began it and started and got us going. And being in proximity with these amazing humans is wonderful because you're hearing this today. Jeremy was speaking. I'm going to get him on here as a guest one day. And I'm like, wow, touching my soul. But being in person, next month, I am so excited. I'm going to be in New York with Ramon Ray. I'm not sure who else is coming, but it is great just being around people, feeling that pure energy, feeling that pure love. And it's like when someone else is doing something, it's like, okay, I'm there with you. I'm there. You're supporting. So proximity is so important. So on this Wellness Wednesday, I want to invite you to just stretch yourself a little bit more. One, because it feels amazing and we all want to feel great, right? You have to stretch yourself. You have to move to grow. I never imagined in a million years that I know, trust me, guys, I'm getting it together. I'm getting it together. I never thought in a million years I'd be writing a book. Like, I remember years ago, my cousin told me she wrote a children's book. And I was like, wow, that's so amazing. How did you do that? I thought it was just like the hardest thing in the world. It is not. Okay, it is challenging, but No More Trump, the book that I did last year, I never planned on doing that. But I have so much in my mind and my body. You, my friend, you have so much going on in your mind and your body and your soul that the world needs to know. God has gifted you with traumas. God has gifted you with all sorts of things, and you have to let it out. The only thing is the follow through. I know. I know. It's a lot. It's not that easy to finish something, right? We all start many things. So on this Wellness Wednesday, I want to invite you to just dig deeper into your soul, into your mind, and take care of yourself. Whew. It's all about self-care. Self-care is the new revolution. There was a time in my life where I thought I would never love again. The loss of my son 8 years ago, it broke my heart. It shattered me, okay? And I had this big piece of ice, okay? I had this shell around my entire body and I blocked everyone out. There was a time in my life where I thought I would never smile again. Yes, we all can smile, right? You can smile, but is it a real smile? Think about a clown. I've always heard like clown smile, but what's really going on behind it? So there was a time in my life where I thought I would never smile again, that I would never love for real again and truly feel deep into that love. Has anyone ever felt this way before? Or am I the only one where you got hurt and it's like, I'm never going to do that again? That was me. All right. But I made a decision, right? That I was going to take care of myself. And it was a lot of work, my friends. And every time I thought I was finished, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. The yoga, the meditation, the running, the exercise, therapy. Therapy helps so much. Okay. And it's like just when you open up, you may get hurt again. But then now I realize that I have to take care of myself. Because if I don't take care of myself, there's no possible way I can take care of anyone else. And some people may call it selfish. They may think, oh, well, she's only thinking about herself. Yes, yes, my friend. I'm thinking about myself because if I don't, I'm going to go crazy. I may die. I may not be here. I have to take care of my mental clarity. I have to take care of my mind, my body, and my soul. So self care is the new revolution. Yoga. I'm going to take yoga out of there because journaling. Okay. I want to show you. This is my journal. Someone actually forced me to buy this last year. This is my little Sunny Boy sticker. And you don't have to do it every single day, but this is my journal. Getting your morning rituals in order, your nighttime rituals. So this is part of my self-care. Reading my Bible. I showed you guys my Bible yesterday, but for those that were not here yesterday, I'm going to show you again because I love my Bible. I think I'm so proud of this Bible because I haven't physically had a Bible in years. I'm embarrassed to say that. And do you remember the first Bible you ever got in your life? I remember the first time I bought a Bible. It was a white Bible and it had gold writing. And when I lived in Newark, we lived on Maple Avenue and there was a Bible bookstore down the street. I was a corny child, my friends. I was so corny. Like, I loved going to the Bible bookstore. I loved it. They had little stickers, they had bookmarks. I was like, oh, I love this store. And I bought my first Bible there. I would go there every week just to like walk around and good feeling. I don't know. Oh, because this right here. And I didn't do this last night because remember I told you I was so tired. But this is what like really makes me like, huh? I told you I was exhausted. I went out walking with my niece and then I came back and I could not go to sleep for some reason. So I know that for me, Netflix is a cool thing to like get me focused. By the way, Tyler Perry has a new movie out. It's called Jazz Blues. It is so wonderful. He's like more than gold. He's just like, is he even human? This movie is set in 1930s and it's so beautiful. It's like a love slash story slash um in the I don't know, just give it a watch, give it a whirl. So Wonderful Life ebook. Thank you for putting that there, Renee. That is a free gift I give for you. I'm actually upgrading that book next quarter to put in my new things that I do because reading and pouring into myself is so important. So that's all I have for you all today. Oh, one more thing, because you've heard me talk about this all month long, the Sculpted Opulence program. You see it scrolling on the bottom right here. I'm expanding my training so it's personalized and it's going super deep based on my book to tap into your traumas that are inside of your body. Your body holds a score. You got to get out. Got to get it out, my friend. A trauma is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. It's ugly. It's not pretty. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants a trauma. Guess what? We all get them. Every single person in the world gets some type of trauma. How are you pushing through it? Are you pushing through it? Are you ignoring it? Are you keeping it in your body? So in this 8-week Sculpted Opulence program, each week we're diving into different parts of my book so that we can teach you how to overcome your trauma. You're also going to get meal plans. You're also going to get exercise plans for yourself. You get to join our community, and it's all about health and wellness. So Sculpted Opulence is an 8-week program to, I'm sorry, 6. I changed my mind. Family. I'm sorry, because we want to like attack it even more to push you through all your goals and all that wonderful stuff. So remember, I am here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., bringing you motivation, inspiration, and transformation. So I want to leave you today with one little thing. Transform your body with some type of self-care. And when you come back tomorrow, let me know what you've done. All righty, family. I love you. Peace. And a bottle of hair grease.